Okay, welcome back to the Crypto Factory. Welcome back to your favorite cryptopreneurship. If it's your cryptopreneurship channel, if it's your first time here, my name is Paul. And today we're going to be talking about the Bitcoin price. We're going to be talking about altcoins. We'll be doing TA on altcoins that you write in the chat, as well as answer your questions in the chat. So make sure you put them in the chat. But yeah, so we're gonna have a live stream, we're gonna have some fun, and we will be answering your questions and talk about some charts. So starting with Bitcoin, moving to altcoins, and so on. Now, before I get started, real quick, this video, this live stream is sponsored by Elipal. Right here, you can actually scan the code and check out their hard wallets. These are the hard wallets that I personally use. We'll talk about them later on. But yeah, as people join this live stream, I want to get straight to it and talk about the Bitcoin price because it's extremely important. And we are live streaming both on desktop and on mobile right now. So we're doing a little bit of an experiment. Let's see how it is. Let's see how it looks. So yeah, hopefully you can hear me. Can I get a sound check before I start talking about Bitcoin? Anyone can tell me if they can hear. I would really appreciate it. Just so that I know you can hear me. Just put in the chat, just put one. One if you can hear me. Put one in the chat if you can hear me. So I know I'm not talking to myself. Sounds good. Thank you so much, Harry. Let's get straight to the charts. Let me turn this off and let's put this. So here we have the Bitcoin charts on the 4-hour. And as you can see, Bitcoin right now is still in this range that we have called. It's fighting in this range. As a matter of fact, it's fighting in the top half of this range over here on the 4-hour. And you can see it's got mixed signals, buy, gold, sell, buy, sell. You have SFPs, buys, because we're in the range. And essentially, until we break out of this range, let me just delete this. Until we break out of this range with the crypto, the factor line actually gives you this range over here. There's nothing to do. You're sitting in your hands. People calling for bear market, bull market, this, that. Guys, we're in the range. We're in the range. I know it's boring. I know it doesn't make for the best YouTube channel, YouTube videos in the world. But that's it. That's the TA. We need to break out on the upside or break out to the downside so we can see which direction that Bitcoin is going to go into. And no, we are not in a bear market because we have not broken structure. I understand how a lot of people out there think it's a bear market because they don't understand that in bull markets, Bitcoin can drop 30, 40, even 50%. But we have not broken structure. And we'll talk about that in a bit. I'll show you exactly what I mean in a second. But right now, we are in this range over here, and we are waiting for the breakout. Now, are we going to break out to the downside and go into a bear market? That's quite possible. But I'm actually seeing a lot of strength here, consolidating at the mid-range over here on the 4-hour. And I do expect us to go to the upside. Now, I'm not saying we are. I'm just saying it's a possibility. We need to break this top of the range right here at $92,000 and make it support. You want to see something like this, right? Something like this, and then to the upside. And then you have to watch out for a topping formation because you absolutely can get a run to, let's say, these levels over here, more or less, and that will form a heads and shoulders. So we have to come up here, reject, and if we don't break up and we keep on going down, yes, that's a red flag, number one red flag. You need more than one red flags. But that would be one red flag. If we come meet this line over here and reject, you could call it 100K psychological, even though this is at 103. You can call 100K psychological because we want to go to the closest psychological number. At least that's one of Paul's, that's one of the factoral rules at least. So around here. And that aligns quite well with these wicks over here. So that's what we want to see. And then you have to watch out for a topping formation of a possible heads and shoulders long term. And this indeed, let me just make it another color, let's just make it white. This indeed would be a topping pattern. Something we have not seen yet. Yes, I know we're down, I know we're below the 50 weekly moving average and all that, but we have not seen a topping pattern. This would be a potential topping pattern. So is Bitcoin going to respect this resistance and then we come to the end of the bull market? Or is Bitcoin going to defy this and come up for either a double top or even continuation to the upside? That's what we're waiting for. And until we see a break to the upside, we're not even thinking about this. We're preparing for this. We're preparing to take profits along the way and preparing to get back in if a resistance breaks. So you take profits at the heads and shoulders range, which I just showed you, and then you get back in once it comes down, but you're seeing support and there's a breakout. You can play the breakout to the upside with a stop loss underneath for a potential for a potential double top or even a continuation pattern. Now let's talk about the bearish scenario. The bearish scenario, very simply, is if you break down this range. So for example, let's say we come down, we break under here, under this range, and then meet the line in the sand. We'll talk about the line in the sand in a second, but if we break this here and we can't recover, then this would then constitute to a possible bear market. Let's mark this in red. This would be a possible bear market here. Why? Because this red line over here, 74,000, is our line in the sand. Why is this line in the sand? It's very simple. That line in the sand is where structure breaks. That's where market structure breaks. That's when you can call it a bear market. Bear markets doesn't mean, I know a lot of people define a bear market 24% drop, but we're not Peter Schiff. And this is crypto. And it's just another Sunday for crypto. 20% can be done in a week, even less, in a day. On Bitcoin or any currency. So we don't define a bear market like that. So the first red flag is if we go up and we form a topping formation, which I just showed you, the heads and shoulders as an example. There are others out there. Or if we break down below the range and we break structure, that would also signify a bear market potential. The odds incredibly increase. Now, why am I saying odds increasing? I'm not being absolute. Well, it's very simple. Because technical analysis is all about probabilities. There are no definites. But I've been calling for a potential run, and I still think we're going to get one more run, at least to the 100K level, or even above, before I say, hey, you know what? That didn't break, let's exit. At least we're exiting higher. Or that broke, we went up, great, we're going for higher highs. So that's what we're looking at. And believe me, if Bitcoin does that, altcoins are just waiting for permission for Bitcoin to just explode. And when I say explode, I'm talking about selective alt seasons. I'm talking about select altcoins. So I'm not saying that there's going to be an alt season, but there is one. There's going to be a selective alt season, which means select altcoins are going to run. And we've already talked about the ones I'm bullish on and the ones I'm holding. Here they are. And you can screenshot this if you want. We're actually doing well. Now, there's some here I'm holding regardless because you don't know what's going to win, what's going to lose. So I'm playing the privacy narrative. I'm playing the perpetual DEX narrative. And some strong coins, a little bit of AI and some strong coins. I'm also holding these ones over here, right? This one I'm not holding right now. Avant I actually got out, so let me just put that in the watch list so we don't get confused. And these are what I'm holding just because I'm left over with some. I might be staking, I might be getting allocations in some of them anyway, but these are what I'm holding. When it comes to meme coins, all I'm holding is this. As a matter of fact, Dogecoin I'm not holding right now either. Let's just update this to watch list. And that's about it because I got out when we broke under 117,000 and started getting out. When we broke under 100, I started getting out even more. And now my biggest positions are these. So we're waiting for a signal from Bitcoin to see what we're going to do and how this is going to play out. And anybody that says otherwise doesn't understand ranges, does not understand technical analysis, at least when it comes to crypto markets. It's very simple. So that's what we're looking for, and that's what we're waiting for. Now, I am going to look at the questions in the chat in a second, and I do want to answer your questions, but I want you to pay attention to something. Number one is the link in the chat at the top. There's a video right here. See this one right here? You're losing money in crypto because of this. Watch this after the live stream. Just open it, just right-click this and open it in a tab. And then you can go to that tab after this video and watch this video. It's a free webinar. It says it gives you, there's no sign-ups, nothing like that. Just watch it. It's just a video that will change your life. Very simple. No sign-ups, no email, no nothing. If you're losing money in crypto, if you want to make more profits, there you go. It's free. Go for it. Now, give me a second because everything just froze for some strange reason. Everything just froze on my computer. Okay, there you go. I'm good now. So check that video out after. And let's answer your questions in the chat. Let me drink some soda water. By the way, Merry Christmas. Holy crap. Almost forgot. Merry Christmas. We're actually moving to the to New Year's right now. But essentially, yes. How was your Christmas? How was your Christmas? Mine was okay-ish because everything went wrong. But it was fun because we have fun even when things go wrong. So number one, I'm in Greece right now. I'm in Greece. I'm with my girlfriend. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, I want to do something festive, American style, British style. So I figured, and I saw a Christmas dinner at Hard Rock Cafe. Hard Rock Cafe, it's American. What can possibly go wrong? It's international. So I booked the tickets. It was actually quite pricey for Hard Rock Cafe, so I figured it's going to be good. It had a DJ set, live set. We chose the DJ set. I'm like, okay, we're going to go in. It's going to be very festive. We're going to have some fun. So we walk in. After we go to the wrong one because it closed and it moved somewhere else. So I had to walk for 20 minutes, but that's okay. We go inside. There's no Christmas decorations. The DJ is, I don't know, I think he used to be Fred Flintstone's friend because he looked old as fuck. And I'm not being mean, but I don't know if he was, I don't know if he looked like they grabbed him off the street and just put him in there. Like some homeless guy as a DJ. Random shit, like not even Christmas shit, just random music. You couldn't even mix them. It was just random. One deep house, then a Christmas song, then some sort of pop song, then I don't know what the fuck he was thinking. Like, the sound was all over the place. There was no Christmas decorations. And when I asked the waiter, he had the audacity, well, look up, and they had some Christmas balls hanging. The food was shit. It was cold. Their normal food's actually better. The Christmas chicken filet, whatever, was actually a schnitzel with some sort of red sauce with berries, which was shit. The salad was like, they got it out the fridge, and it was like not good, like yesterday's or the day before salad. Fucking, there was no Christmas decorations. Waiters weren't even wearing Christmas clothes. It was such a money grab. It was insane. I felt like I got rug pulled from a crypto project. That's how bad it was. There was like 2 people in there. Everyone knew better. We actually went there. Anyway, we ate the food because we were starving, because we didn't eat because we wanted to eat and save our appetite for Hard Rock Cafe. And then we went to this hip-hop party, which I didn't know was a hip-hop party. I thought it was a comedy thing with a special guest. I know the rappers there. I wanted to see them. But it ended up being an underground sort of hip-hop thing, which is okay, I guess, but it wasn't very Christmassy, if that makes sense. Very hard rock, underground hip-hop. But I saw some friends from back in the day. It was fun, I guess. It was all right. And my girlfriend was just sitting there like this. I was like this. Oh, my God. And then the next day, my girlfriend's like, you know what? Let's go do something very Christmassy today. So on Christmas Day, we went to Stavros Niarchos, this big park. And she's like, oh, it's decorating there, and they have ice skating and this and that. So we go there. It takes us an hour to get there because of the traffic and there was no parking, but we got there eventually. And we walked in, and the Christmas decorations was lights in the trees. The whole park, nothing there. Just thousands of people in one small ice rink. My house is actually, my apartment's bigger than the ice rink. No, literally, I'm not joking. So it was fucked. But we came back and ordered souvlakia or pizza, I can't remember. And yeah, it was pizza, and just watched The Blacklist. That was my Christmas. I bought my girlfriend a watch. She saw a watch. She liked me. Oh my God, what a beautiful watch. I'm like, okay, I'll buy that watch. And then, and then she's getting me a camera for my new studio. So I'm where the gym is, it's kind of big. So I'm making like half a room into a studio with a green screen. Not a green screen, but like just another setting for YouTube, for other channels and so on. But yeah. Thanks to Elipal for sponsoring this video so I can actually afford to do that. And let me tell you about Elipal while we're here. So Elipal is the wallet of choice that I'm using right now. You can scan the code or click the link in the description down below. And let me show you something. First of all, they sent me this gift. Now, I did an unboxing. I'm not going to do an unboxing right now. I'm just going to open this part because, look, I'm going to show you something important. They sent me the Elipal X, which is awesome because they're sponsoring this channel. But I am already using it. See, I don't even need to open this box, and I'm not going to open this box. I'm probably going to give it as a gift because I'm already using the Elipal X, and you have the card, and you have the thingamajiggy, and basically what you do, you stick your card into the thingamajiggy, and you create your private key, and you can use this to make more private keys, by the way, if you have more cards. And then you have the card, and you have your phone. I have an iPhone, but it works on an Android. And whatever you have the application, whatever transaction you do, you have to scan this card. It's like an NPC card in the back, and otherwise it won't send the transaction. So it's like a hard wallet, but there's an app on your phone, and it works very, very well. So you have this, you can travel with it and everything. It has a lot of currencies, most cryptocurrencies, most pairings. So most cryptocurrencies. And it's great, it's light, it's efficient, and if you lose it, doesn't matter because you can write down your private keys. That's the difference between the old Tangent wallet, for example. And they also sent me the Elipal 2.0, which is awesome. But guess what? Thank you, Elipal, but I don't need it because I'm already using your wallet. Look, I have the Elipal, I don't have to open this up because I'm using your wallet already because you are so awesome. So this is the same, like a hardware wallet, but you have a screen, it's like a phone. And you can pair it, and you have to sign and everything on this, which is cool. You have to scan. You have your phone with the application, and you have to take a picture of the scan it gives you, and vice versa for any transactions to happen. Very safe, air gapped, and everything. So this is the wallet I'm using. Again, do not need to open this. Thank you, Elipal, but I'll give this as a gift as well, because I'm already using your products because they're so awesome. So check out Elipal wallets. Now, with that said, let me drink some soda water, and let's get to your questions. So I see my man Harry. I see Jersey Cord. That's what's up, man. Thank you very much. Talk to us about Zcash and privacy like CC looks like. Yeah. So privacy is a narrative that I really believe in, and I do think that if Bitcoin breaks out the range, and we have a continuation with a selective alt season or select altcoins running, I do think privacy is going to be one of them. Because we saw this on the Zcash chart at $144, $140. And I was making videos begging you to buy Zcash. And we actually went all the way up to $800, down to $350. We took profits at 700. I was actually in the Corvette making a video with Gecko from Chart Prime, telling you that it's going to go down 50%, and it was a perfect call because it went down 50% right after. It went up a little bit, then went down 50%. We made that call for you guys, and then if you bought back, now it's at $500 and something. So let's have a look at the chart real quick. Let's have a look at the chart on Zcash. And let's look at the USDT pairing. And this is the 4-hour. Oops, sorry about that. And look at this beautiful, look at this beautiful, okay, this is where the power of the factor line comes in, okay? Because look at this, it gives you the range, and look, it tells you to buy the bottom of the range, it tells you to buy again here, take profits at the top of the range, take profits on the way down, but then gives you a buy signal here. If you got into a swing trade, you would sell, but another buy signal here. And then we just kept on coming up. And look, the factor line is yellow. And I said if we make the breakout, if we break out, which we probably will, and we did, now we broke the range over here. So now we have to look if we can break the mid-range, the previous mid-range over here. So that's the next resistance. Let's see if we can do something like this here. And then you're trading the range to all-time highs. So expect maybe a rejection. See if previous holds support and then comes back up and breaks out. And then you have then you have price discovery because of the previous all-time highs, not blue sky breakout, but you know what I mean. And you can look at this on the daily chart. This is what it looks like. Right? Gives you top range, bottom range. Factor line does all the ranges for you. If you're wondering how to get the factor line, you can scan this code on the screen right now. Factor line comes with the invest, trade, and think. Like the crypto factor course, it comes with the factor line. It's our indicator. It gives you ranges, when to buy, when to sell. That's what I use for technical analysis. That's for what I use when I trade. It's mostly a swing trading and long-term investment tool. You can use it for day trading, but I don't recommend it because I don't day trade. I go long-term. So check it out right there or in the description down below. With that said, let's go back to Zcash. On the daily, the trend stacker is neutral. Let me just see what it looks like on the 4-hour. Look, it's gold. It's a buy. Zcash is extremely powerful. Now, Canton, we can have a look at it here, I guess. It's just doing amazingly. So we called this for you guys a while ago, and everyone was making fun of me because it went down a little bit. But now it's up 52% since we called it because we got in right where it was at the bottom. We told you, I think we got somewhere here and it went down and it went up, or I can't really remember. But look at this, beautiful chart. New, privacy goes up, Canton will do very well. So Canton and Zcash doing extremely well, both in our portfolios. Let's see how it does. Kilo says, and I know your stance on XRP, but it looks like an oversold area. I don't look at oversold as much, but I'll show you. But if you want me to be unbiased with XRP, I will be, because I am. And I did call the bottom and the top of XRP like perfectly since forever. And you're looking at oversold. I'm looking at this orange line in the sand right here that we draw, and I said don't buy until we come over this because we expected us to come down, and we did. And now it's giving you another sell signal. This is the 4-hour. I gave you both scenarios here. I said I was expecting it to go down. Went down. I was saying it has to come up and make this support, this orange line support, or if it breaks under this orange line, chances are we're going to break under this orange line, and we did. So I wouldn't get back in until we break up above this here. I want us to break above this mid-range here. At the very least, you want to break up this resistance over here. So you want to see this and then get in. Otherwise, don't get in. Because this shit, if it rejects, you're fucked. Sorry, I shouldn't swear. I'm trying not to swear. So it's not about my views on XRP, it's just the charts. They look like crap, in my opinion. And we called it perfectly. We told you to get in once we break 72 cents and we go up above it. We bought at 72 cents to $1 and told you to sell around the highs of the $3 mark and Whoever did, and then they said we're going to go down, and we've been going down ever since. And it's not about it going down or dropping a lot, it's about how long it stays down, an opportunity cost in other coins. Now you could say the markets fell, so yes, and that would be valid. But we are traders, we are not hodlers. We hodl or invest in certain coins long term, XRP not being one of them. And we trade everything else, but we do long-term trading. So we swing trade. That's the difference between my channel and other people's channels. We're investors, long-term traders, not day traders, not hodlers, if that makes sense. And this is Bitcoin, right? And it's not that I'm a Bitcoin maximalist. It's more like I'm a shitcoin minimalist. Anywho, we're not Peter Schiff. Yeah, exactly. We're not, man. I would love to know your thoughts on Bitenzer. So Bitenzer, look, fundamentally, and I don't like talking fundamentals when it comes to price because I don't care about fundamentals. I care about price. Show me the charts, I'll tell you the news. Price over everything. But when it comes to Bitenzer, it's actually a very, very good project, fundamentally. Let's have a look at it technically. I think it's Tau. We got out a while ago. So this is the Bitenzer on the 4-hour. And as you can see, we could not hold this range. We got a sell signal here. And I told you that if we break under the bottom of this range over here, get out. And we did. But now we're looking like we have a small reversal pattern here. Let me have a look here. So on the 4-hour, it looks like the factor line is giving a new range. And yeah, last time I told you, see this green line? I told you if it breaks under this, get out completely. But it looks like we're in this range. So what you want to see is you want to see yourself break up above this range. Let's make this white. And then into this previous range over here. And once you do that, this is the resistance here that you want to break, right here, for you to have a continuation to the upside. And then you have more resistance over here, you can take profits, and so we could cross the bridge when we come to it. So Bitenzer is not a bad project. It's a very good AI project, in my opinion, fundamentally. But price over everything. And price-wise, right now, I wouldn't get into it. But that's just me, because I am a technical guy, and I look at TA. Show me the charts, I'll tell you the news. So that's what we're looking at there. Christmas sucked. Sorry, man. What are the chances for memes, 3 to 5x possible? Well, it's possible, but as I was telling you, since the last drop at 74K, that was the bottom call we made, 74K, which we went up since then. And yes, we came back down to the 80s, but we never reached back down to 74K. I told you to stay away from memes. There's just no point. Try and go for solid projects and try to look at charts. Learn charts. Learn charts so you know which coins to get into because there's opportunity. Why are you guessing? There's so many coins out there. Just go for the ones that the charts look strong. It's your best bet. So going into 2026, I'll be making more. I did a poll on my channel. And you could actually see that poll. Let me show you real quick. I did a poll on my channel. This is important because this is what we're going to be doing going into 2026. So as you see, I made a poll here. And look, it says, what type of crypto content what type of crypto content would help you most going into 2026? And we got 106 votes. And the first option that clearly won with 66% was portfolio building, TA, and real strategies to make money. So this is what we're going to be doing. So I already made a webinar for you guys. It's linked in the chat right at the top. And it's also in the description down below if you're watching this on replay. It's a webinar on what you're doing wrong and losing money right now going into 2026. It's evergreen. It's always going to be relevant. It's going to teach you what mistakes you're making so you can start making money and profiting. And it gives you some amazing advice. There's no sign up, no email, no nothing. And then if you want to continue your education, there's another video connected to it with candlesticks and how to use candlesticks because most people don't or don't use them properly in crypto. And it's completely free, again, no signups. Your wish is my command, and I did that for you. And I do believe that in 2026, and especially now moving forward, crypto, maybe in the past you could get away with throwing a dart, whatever it hits, it goes up. Now it's going to be a lot more difficult. And you're going to have advantages when you trade or when you invest in crypto. And yes, even investors use technical analysis. And you should be learning technical analysis. And that's what I'll be teaching you. That's what I'll be showing you. I'll be focusing more on TA. Live streams, we'll be doing TA or technical overviews like this one. I'll be doing seminars free for you to learn. I'll be doing videos on how portfolio structure or narrative building, on how to, we'll make some calls together in the bear market and so on. But yeah, that's how you're gonna up your game. And even I am upping my game. It's getting harder, which is great because more people will lose money so we can make more money, but only us that actually take this seriously will make money. So if you want to stay in crypto, you gotta learn technical analysis. And you have a free webinar that teaches you TA and gives you advice, linked in the description down below and in the chat. And there's a free masterclass connected to that, so you can learn how to trade. Or you can sit there, ask YouTubers for fucking advice, go by luck, and hopefully you become a millionaire, which you won't. So it's up to you. I want to give value. And moving forward, I want to give more value. So that's what I'm going to be doing. So if you like that, if that sounds good, subscribe down below and hit the bell notification button, because that's what we're going to be doing in 2026. Let everybody else do the 1000x calls that never happen. Let everybody else buy and sell the news on a daily basis, buy bullish one day, bearish the next day, bullish again, and then they do technical analysis. They have the nerve to call themselves technical analysts when they look at news, and news drives their psychology, for fuck's sake. Look, I don't want none of that. Here we want to make money. And sure, we made some wrong calls, but we get most of them right. And that's what counts. And that's how you make money. That's how you make profits, right? How do you spell shimigajiggy? I actually spelt it in the video that's, I made a video about Elipal and it's actually connected. I actually spelt it in the, on the video, so it's displayed. I think it's like Christmas gifts or something, and I wrote shimigajiggy. All right, let's look at the chat. Solana updates. All right, look, if you're looking for Solana news, I have no idea. If you're looking for Solana TA, though, we can take a look at Solana USDT on the factor line. Looking at the 4 hour, oops, sorry about that. Looking at the 4 hour. So yeah, so we warned about this line. And we said if it doesn't recover fast, get out. But if it recovers fast, wait, and that's what it's doing. Let's look at the hourly. Yeah. So the factor line just turned gold on Solana. And as long as the factor line stays gold, you're staying gold. So you're hoping for something like this. Probably will come back down, then come up here, and so on. That's what you're waiting for. But if it goes down, and this becomes resistance, you need to get out. So that's what you're looking at on Solana. Let's have a look at the daily just to confirm. Yeah. So the blue line is your line in the sand. So be very careful with Solana. Unfortunately, let me just delete everything. Yeah, so the line in the sand is extremely important, and the factor line is giving you the bottom of the range right here. Don't know if you can see it. But the reason it's extremely important is because this does look like a potential topping formation. So if this line breaks, then you have a confirmation of a heads and shoulders. So Solana better do something now, because that does not look good at all. All right? So Solana has a topping formation, unlike Bitcoin. So very, very important to look at in Solana. Let's see what else we have here. Solana and SUI, which one wins? Let's have a look at SUI. We just did Solana. Let's have a look at SUI real quick. Or SUI. I do think SUI looked stronger, but let's just confirm that because I haven't looked at it for a while. So SUI pretty much in the same camp as Solana. Look, the range is here. Let's get rid of all this. So look, the fact that I gave you the range just turned gold. This is the line in the sand, right here. So if this breaks down, get out until it breaks above. Factor line just turned gold on the 4-hour. Let's have a look on the daily. On the day it's probably already red. But this has to come up and it has to break, otherwise you're in trouble. So it has to do something like this, make this support here. Or if it comes down and it fails, then you get out until it breaks above that again, or when it finally bottoms somehow, sometime. So that's what we're looking at with SUI. So they're both the same. Whether you're in Solana or SUI right now, it's the same thing, at least technically. Will we see AI agents rebound? AI agents may rebound once we have altcoins running. So let's see if that actually works out and if that actually is the case. And not all of them. BCH doing well. You called that it's doing well a few weeks ago, and you're right, doing good. Thank you very much. Shall we have a look at what it's doing? BCH looked good a few weeks ago. I don't know what it's doing now, though. Let's have a look. Surprisingly, it is, yes. Surprisingly well. So yeah, we called it here. Factor line just turned gold, and it's been going up since last week. Now it needs to do this though. See the white, what I did with the white line? It needs to go up, come down, make that support come up for a continuation potential over here, and then I told you to watch this resistance up here if that happens. But yeah, it does look good. So that was actually a good call. I didn't even remember doing that. Comrade, buy my rocket, okay? Hello from California. Will Link ever... I don't know what the fuck Link's doing. The most utility in crypto, but it's doing nothing. I mean, alt season it might do well. Or a selective alt season. Link. Yeah. Line in the sand. So the factor line is giving you this range, but I'm telling you, look at the bottom SFP points. If that breaks, get out. And what you want it to do is come up, make this support, the mid-range, and then you have a chance for it to meet the top support over here. Let's do a smiley face. But then you have to see if that man's going to reject or not. All right? So yeah, don't let the smiley face, oh, I'm not even showing my screen. Don't let the smiley face fool you here. So this is a line that you have to watch out, this white line. It has to come up, break the mid-range over here, and then you might be able to take profits at the smiley face. Don't let the smiley face confuse you, okay? That's what's going on with just the technical overview, obviously not technical analysis. Technical analysis takes a lot of deep dive, but that's what we're looking at real quick when it comes to Link. James Wynn is trying to, I don't give a shit what James Wynn's doing, dude. I don't care. Like, it's not just about James. I don't care about whatever anyone says. I care about my analysis. The only time I look at other traders or technical analysis is A, if they know how to do technical analysis, and there are a few out there. There's the chart guys, there's the chart guys, there's Alessio Rastani. The chart guys use equilibriums. Alessio Rastani uses Elliott wave theory. I don't use either of those, so I might follow them to see if they confirm with my analysis after I do my analysis, so I don't have bias, so I don't get like swayed or in either direction. And then Crypto Lifer is great for day trading. And, there's a few out there. But generally speaking, I don't look at what other people do. Because why would I? Why should I get affected? Like, I want to do my analysis. Why should I look at other people's analysis? I do my own analysis, and I don't want to get influenced by them. So I can do my positions, and then maybe I'll look at a few I respect, but, and that's about it. Henry says, will any crypto company's projects ever turn into a stock? Because some are basic. So, yes, I do believe they will in the future. And they can. I think Ripple might be one of them. And I would be a lot more bullish on Ripple stock than what I would be on XRP, by the way. Kevin says, stop listening to these YouTubers. Please selling all your dreams. It's a bear market. It's not a bear market. It has not broken structure. It's not about it pumping or bringing you dreams or not. It's about you sounding like an idiot right now. Sorry, because I'm seeing you spamming my comments a lot about this, and it's kind of like you're attacking me in my comment sections. And I'm leaving the comment sections because you're okay. But saying something like this on my live stream is actually disrespectful, Kevin. And I'm wondering, how much money do you have? Right? Because, it sounds to me like you're poor. And the reason you're poor is because you are a knucklehead. And the reason you're a knucklehead is because you just cannot understand or accept when I say something in the lines of, we have not broken structure, it's not a bear market. And I challenge you, Benjamin Cohen, to come online, get Benjamin over here in front of me and show me where structure has broken. And I know that Benjamin would be very respectful, and I know that we would have a great debate, and I'm pretty sure he would explain himself and tell us that what he actually meant. Because this is not a bear market, it is not broken structure. Now, will we go into a bear market? That's quite possible. Right? It's quite possible. I made 100K off the... Stop, dude. You don't have 100K. 100K in what, dollars? or Nigerian, whatever currency that is. Stop, dude. No, look, I don't like it when, no, you are, because I see you saying, you are disrespecting me, man. Kevin, I'm going to be very honest with you, man. And I'm not going to attack you. Like I'm going to be, but when people attack me, I'm not the kind of guy that just sits there. I mean, I'll let it slide once, twice, 3 times. But because you do comment and because you're continuing to comment, I'm going to be respectful to you as well. And we can talk about this in a second, okay? When you write things like, Ben is the only one that keeps it real on my channel, that means I'm not keeping it real, okay? Number 2, when you say stop listening to these YouTubers, you're putting me into a category of YouTuber, which is fine, I get it, but I'm not just a YouTuber. All right, I'm a former C-level executive, author, and keynote speaker, and I have companies in Dubai, and I do quite a lot, and I've done quite a lot in my life. All right, and not only did I used to, not only as an investor and trader, I used to teach technical analysis, and I pretty much took myself from zero, fighting cancer, live on YouTube, trading my way up to where I am right now. And I'm transparent about everything. What I lost, what I got wrong, what I got right, who helped me, where I fucked up, and so on. So being real, let's talk about what being real is. All right? Because I saw nobody else fighting cancer, dying, getting a bone marrow transplant, doing technical analysis while he had cables out of his throat, telling you to buy at 16.7 and calling the 15.6K bottom. I was trying to give you advice, and there was no sponsorships, not selling anything back then, no courses, no nothing, just trying to help you while in my deathbed in hospital. So let's talk about real. So when you come here and you say some shit like only Cohen does it real and YouTubers, and you put me in that category and you say you don't know what I'm talking about, it's very disrespectful, dude. Because you're doing it on my channel, you're doing it in the comment sections on videos, you're doing it in the live stream. What are you trying to do? Tell people to leave my channel and not to leave? Hey guys, whoever is listened to me and did not get good advice, don't listen to Kevin, listen to me. Go, leave, unsubscribe. unlike this video, download, vote this video and leave. That's fine, I get it. If I ever gave you wrong technical analysis advice, maybe some calls were wrong, but if I ever made any wrong TA calls, please leave right now. Say, Paul, your shit, go away, and go and leave. And that's fine, I get it, I'm sorry, I apologize. Which reminds me, this is not financial advice, I'm not a financial advisor. And I'm not doing that because of this. I have to put it in the beginning. I keep on forgetting. But anyway, it's in the description down below. But when you say shit like that and you're saying, oh, it's a bear market, you're basing it on what? On what Cohen says. And I'm telling you that Cohen is wrong because we have not broken structure. Let me show you something. And show Cohen this video. Fuck's sake, man. Let me show you something real quick. And I'm going to make this very fast. I'm not going to get into details. But it drives me nuts that people can't have their own brain. And when you tell them to check something, they don't check what you tell them. They just repeat all the time their narrative. And that's it. All right? They just repeat it all the time. They can't just have their own opinion. I'm trying to give them another perspective and they just don't get it. Okay. This is Bitcoin on the weekly. Let's delete all this. All right. This blue line is the line that Cohen's talking about. This is the 50 moving week average. Or the SMA moving average, excuse me. And his argument on the weekly is that whenever Bitcoin breaks under this, it's a bear market. Okay? The problem is that you can't really see it here because it's on the weekly, but whenever it dips under, it usually comes back to meet the line. Let's go with the daily real quick. Let me show you a different perspective. This is the daily. But just because it breaks under does not mean it just doesn't come back to meet the norm. And right now, yes, we are under on the daily, and yes, we are under on the weekly. Are we under on the weekly? Yeah, we are. But look at the factor line. The factor line told you to get out before that, by the way. But right now, the Bitcoin always comes back up to meet this before a bear market. One of the top indicators is Bitcoin to come up and meet before it goes down. And it has to break this in order to confirm that. That's number one. Number two, if we go to the daily real quick, because it's much easier to see it here. Bitcoin, see this over here, 74,800? This line right here? Anything higher than this line is a higher low. Do you understand what a higher low means? If you take Bitcoin at 15.6K, the absolute lows, now sitting at 87,000, granted it went to 126, but you have to understand that anything above 74K is just a higher low technical. It's still in structure. I don't know how I can explain this more simply to you. It has not broken structure. You cannot call it a bear market. Okay? Because if this was a bear market and we got into a bear market, why aren't you buying? It means the top sitting at 126, right? So where's the bottom? If we went into a bear market already, we're probably at the lows. But we're not, because the bear market's going to be a lot lower. I don't know if that makes sense. So this is the line. You cannot call this a bear market until this breaks. This white line right here breaks. If this line breaks, if this line breaks and becomes resistance, then yes, you have structure. You broke structure. But right now it's a higher low. That's all it is. It's resting at the top of resist. Like here, let me extend this line for you. Fuck's sake, look at this. Let me extend this line and make it another color. Let me make it like yellow so you can see this. Look, over here, let's just put it down a little bit lower, right here. Right here, look, resistance, resistance, resistance comes down, breaks resistance, and now it's sitting up here. Even if it comes and touches this line, it's still at previous resistance. When you have technical analysis, all resistance when it breaks becomes support. And that's why there's still structure. So you have strong support there, and until that breaks with momentum and confirms, you just don't have any, it's not a bear market. You're sitting at 74,000. It's 5-6x above the lows. And yes, we went down from 125, 126,000, but Bitcoin can go down 30, 40, even 50% and still be in a bull market. It's done it multiple times in every single cycle. The only difference is within this cycle, the timing's a bit off. Now, am I saying it cannot go into a bear market? No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying it cannot go into a bear market. It definitely can, and we're definitely close. But while you were calling bear markets and Cohen was calling bear markets, we were buying 74,000, we were buying 80,000 and making profits and taking profits at the top of the ranges while you were sitting there holding your dick saying, oh, woe is me, we're in a bear market. That's the difference. And yes, you're not buying meme coins right now, you're not buying high-risk coins, but you cannot call this a bear market. And please, I am very open to your comments. Let me show you something about your comments because I want people to see this. You're on my channel because you're telling me you're not being disrespectful. Well, let me show you something. Let me go to my back end on YouTube and show you what you're doing so everyone can see this, because I don't want people to think, maybe you don't realize you're doing this, dude. Maybe you don't realize you're doing this, so I want to show you this, okay? So if I go into my comments section, bro, nobody believe in crypto no more, okay? Now this is not your only comment. Let's highlight your name here. Let's copy this, and let's filter keywords, and let's find you. Actually, that's not how you do it. Give me a second. Shit, how am I do it? It contains channel members. Don't we have? Isn't there? They used to have a fucking shit. Okay, anyway, you used to be able to find everyone's comments like this, but we could scroll down and find all your comments, no problem. But there are so many. Look at this. All the money is left crypto. If you didn't make money, you missed them. Plain simple. It's a bear market, no matter what these YouTube gurus say. YouTube guys say. So this is referring to me. Fine. Okay, good dude. No problem. Let's move down a bit more. And I'm telling you, I get a lot of comments, but I can find all of your comments. But if I wish there was a search function, I'd find all of them. I have to look for you manually. There's another one. Crypto is over, bro. Move on. Let's move on. You got more here. And YouTube randomizes this. So let's go to newest. But if I go through this, look, there you are. All this money, blah, blah, blah. Bro, nobody's believing in crypto anymore. If we go, we'll find more of yours. You keep on going to all my YouTube channels, and right now it's kind of hard to find them because I can't find that search thing. But you keep on doing comments like this. Don't listen to him. He doesn't know what he's talking about. YouTubers don't know. Only Cohen is God. Hail Cohen. Cohen. What are you doing, man? And I'm putting up with it. I'm like, okay, I'll leave, he's entitled to his opinion. I'll leave it up there. And they keep on trying to explain to everybody it has not broken structure, and you keep on going. Look, it's your opinion. It's fine. You can be your opinion is you can be in a bear market. But we have not broken structure. And if you have no broken structure, you cannot call this a bear market. I'm not telling you what other YouTubers are saying. I'm not telling you what Cohen is saying. I'm telling you what market structure is and the point where it's breaking. Cohen is wrong about that. And I made videos talking about him being wrong as well. And guess what? We went up since. And I'm not saying we're going to continue going up, but until that level breaks, we're not in a bear market. Anyway, I can explain things to you, but I can't understand them for you, bro. Just please try and be a bit more respectful. Like, you can put your opinion if you want. I have no problem. You can say I have a big nose. You can say but I have no problem. But like, you know, what are you trying to do? Like, are you a technical analyst? Because if you are, you're not very good, dude. Because you're not understanding what structure is, right? Anyway. They're all trying to tell you it's a board market. First of all, it's a bull market, not board market. It's not called board market. But they add in everything. They will never tell you that's actually a bear market. No, we have not broken structure. It's not about adding anything in, Kevin. It's about not breaking structure. We're in a range. And I told you that we're going to be in this range for a while. And we are in this fucking range for a while. Oh, this is why I couldn't see the chart. I was looking at the link because you pissed me off so much. I was looking at the wrong chart. That's why I couldn't show you what I was trying to show you before. But regardless, right? So this is, let's go to the weekly on Bitcoin. Has no broken structure, dude. It's just a higher low. Can it become a bear market? Yes. And I'm expecting a pullback here. So it can at least form a heads and shoulders for some sort of reversal pattern. Here, try and help you here. Can it still go down? Yeah, but you're saying, look at this. And it went boom all the way up. And it went down, and now it's doing kind of the same thing. It could still do this. I'm not telling you it is. But this is the range. We have to break the range. You cannot call it anything until it breaks the range. Does that make sense? The line, this line that Cohen loves so much can come down here. This is the daily, of course, but we could still break above it. Anyway, it's not the end all be all. There's something called market structure. It's not just about one indicator. You can't have one indicator and call it a bear market. It doesn't work that way. Technical analysis does not work that way. Is it something to look out for? Yes. Is it relevant? Yes. Is it a warning signal? Yes. Should you have gotten out once it crossed under and wait for it to go above before you go back? Yes. Was Cohen's call good? Yes. Was my call good? Yes. Was I correct? Yes. Did I call the temporary bottom? Yes. So my call is just as good as Cohen's call, just on the underside. We're still in that range and we're waiting to see where we're going to break out. Am I still holding Aster and Hype? Yes. As two of my perpetual DEX plays if we have an alt season. But I've already taken profits, we already got out, we already protected ourselves. That's the difference. When we broke under 117,000, I was calling to get out. Please remember that. And then I was saying 112,000 breaks, we're going to the low hundreds, and I challenged Ivan on tech because he was saying 110. I'm like, no, it's at 112. And then people saying I was talking shit and making fun of me, and then we broke under 112 and went straight down to the low 100s. So what? My TA is not relevant here? Kevin says, in 2024, I didn't disrespect you. Yes, because you're disrespecting me in all of 2025. It's all good, dude. Benco analysis goes over every cycle to date. Until it changes, it can't really see any big difference. That's true. I said I was wrong for the Zcash play, but I feel you all dragging. But that's not fair because, shit, I just spilled soda water all over my thing. But I didn't tell you to buy other coins. I was telling you Zcash is powerful. I was telling you perpetual dexes. And I was telling you to get out of altcoins in general and watch the range. and I got soda water all over me, or sparkling water. At least it's sparkling water, so it's good for me. So it's all over me though. Now I took a shower because of you. I respect part of your journey, but I'm not talking about right now. And you will. Oh, okay. Anyway. No, it's not wasting our time though, because the good thing is, because he's challenging me, I'm explaining things, and these things need to be talked. And look, I know I get loud and I talk with I'm Greek, all right? So the Greek's coming out. Don't think I'm shouting at you. It's just the way I talk. And I'm trying to help you. Don't forget that this TA, the overview I'm doing, they're completely free. I'm not making money. Some people will buy my course. Some people might watch my webinar and in the future buy my course. And if you want to do that, that's right there. I might make some money by someone buying my course and indicator here. And that's great. That's awesome. It will help them. Everybody that's bought it so far, completely happy. They love it. And some people might buy the Elipal Pocket wallet right here. And maybe I make a small cut. But that's about it. These technical analysis videos are free. I'm not charging for them. Does that make sense? I'm trying to help you guys. And I've proved that when I was in hospital talking about buying when there was no money to be made because I was in hospital with cancer and I didn't have a course, I didn't have a sponsor, I didn't have anything. And I was trying with my last breath, letting you know when to buy and what the bottom is and what range to look at. It's just that now I grew as a YouTuber, I'm doing this full time, and that's how I make money. Thank you for the super chat, Roy. Really appreciate you, man. Let me answer that super chat real quick. Do you feel Bitcoin will drop to 74,000? So it doesn't matter what I feel. What matters is, are we going to break out the range? And the truth is, for that specific question, let's go to Bitcoin real quick. And it's funny because I wanted to show you the Bitcoin chart earlier. I was showing you BSCH for some strange reason. BCUSDT. Let me just delete all these ones over here because I'm losing money here. I'm getting confused here. Let's go over here. So this is Bitcoin right now. Let's go to the 4 hour because I want to see the 4 hour looks better. See this range over here. So this is the bottom of the range at 80,000, and 74,000 down here is where we break structure. So if you break structure down here, this gold line, if we break under this 74K, then yes, potentially bear market. If we don't get above very fast, potentially we have a bear market. Now, if we break under this range, under 80,000, yes, we will meet this 74,000. Now, will this hold? I don't know. We don't know that. But we're watching this range and we want to break of either direction to be able to reevaluate and evaluate what's going on. That's basically what we're looking at. We love you, Kevin. Be nice, man. Yeah, it's all good, Kevin. Not a bear market, maybe a bullshit market. It's definitely a bullshit market. It's definitely a bullshit market. I'll give you that. Look, if you made 100,000, congratulations, man. It's still a lot less than what I made, though. Okay, just to let you know. But congratulations. I'm not attacking you. I don't want to attack you. Congratulations, dude. I'm sure you did. Just make sure you don't lose it. But whether you made it or not, please understand structure. And don't just listen blindly to whatever people tell you just because they say something and they have followers. And that includes me. Use ChatGPT. Ask ChatGPT what structure is, what it means when structure breaks, and so on. And try and deep dive. I tell you to buy my course so you can... but you're probably not. But at least look at ChatGPT and find out what structure is when it breaks and so on. Do some research. That's all I'm saying. You need to calm down. This is a hard watch. That's another thing. You're not going to get that here, okay? I'm Greek, and the Greek jumps out of me. I am very... like, if this is hard for you to watch, other people are here just because of that, because they like the entertainment. If you want to watch channels like this, like watch. No, we have not broken structure, so no, we are not in a bear market. But if you look at the charts right now, we have to see the range. And if you want to go to sleep with people talking like that on YouTube, that's fine. I can't do that. That's not me. And I understand a lot of people don't like me, and I'm not asking them to. And I understand that out of 100,000 people that watch this channel, 10,000 people will like me. 90% will leave. And there are other people out there that will like it. I can't keep changing my character to fit the person that views this channel. Because A, I will be fake. B, I won't be myself and I won't want to do this anymore. And C, I'll lose the people that want to see a little bit of drama. So this is YouTube and I'm being me. YouTube, it's in the word you. You have to be you. So I'm being me. Does that make sense? No, there's no problem, Kevin. We're all good, bro. If we go above a 95, I'm bullish. So 93 is around the number you're looking at, not 95. That said, watch the 100K level, because that's where that big heads and shoulder potential comes in, and there's a topping formation, plus 100K psychological is very important. So we need to actually, yes, you can get more bullish at 95K or 93K, but you have to expect that 100K, that's the key point there. Why don't you make a copy trader account somewhere? I'll tell you why. I'll tell you exactly why. Number one, I'm not a day trader, I'm a swing trader investor. So I make very few trades long term. Second of all, I have the factor line, the indicator that you see me using. That comes with my course, and there's gonna be automation in the beginning of the year. So the factor line will actually trade for you in the beginning of the year. But I don't like taking the responsibility of copy trading, because as soon as other people start putting money in your trades, you start thinking, oh my God, I should do this. Oh my God, I should do that. And you can't just be yourself. And then people expect your shit, and there's so much stress, and you're playing with other people's money. I just don't want to do that, just to get some money and get some fees. So I contemplated it. I decided it's not my style. I'm a long-term trader and investor, and it just doesn't work. And I don't like copy trading either, so it's not me. You're very welcome, Roy. You'd be better off, seriously, getting my course. And I know it sounds like I'm shilling this right now, or pushing this, because shilling means not disclosing, but if you look at the course, let me show you something real quick. And it's expensive, it's not cheap, right? So I'm telling you right now, it's not a cheap course. But give me a second. So this is my course over here, right? Look, stop guessing, start trading with clarity and confidence, invest, trade, and think like the crypto factor. So this is the only crypto trading course built for serious swing traders and investors, not signal chasers or day traders, as a matter of fact, even though you can day trade. You learn the system, the factor line indicator, and so on. So look, you learn all this stuff here, and you get the factor line indicator for life. And just look at all the success stories. These are all verified buyers. Boom, 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 boom. Go through these, read them. You learn how to trade, you learn how to invest, you learn how to think, and so on. And look, it's $1,497. The price keeps on going up. It's going to go up to $2,600 incrementally over time. But yeah, check it out. This is what you learn. And we're adding to the course all the time. And we're adding more and more and more. Just check it out, see if it's for you. Thefactorline.com, or scan the code, or click the links in the description down below. If it's for you. If not, maybe you don't have enough money right now. Don't put the last money in that course. At the very least, get the free masterclass. It's in the chat. It's at the top of the chat. Look, if you go to the chat here, right at the top, see? You're losing money in crypto because of this. Click this link. It will take you to a video. There's no sign up, nothing like that. No sign up, no email, nothing. It shows you 3 points that you need to fix. and then takes you to a masterclass for candlestick trading. At the very least, do that. It's free. It's 100% free. And like this video. That's all I ask. If you could like this video. I didn't ask one time in the whole live stream to like this video. At least like this video. If I'm going to sit here screaming and losing people because they can't stand me screaming, at least like this video. All right, guys. Thank you very much. Really appreciate you all. I really hope you understand what structure, breaking structure is. I hope you understand that while there is a big chance that we go into a bear market, we're not in one just yet. Watch the range. Watch the coins we talked about. Look at TA. And yeah, don't forget to check out Elipal. It's a great wallet. And yes, I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.